What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Syxxteen King, and this is High Midnight. Yeah. So I attended a funeral over the weekend, my uncle's funeral. Um, Now, it wasn't in a church or anything like that. It was at my family's house, a house that has been in our family for decades. You know, my mom and her siblings, they grew up there and everything like that. And I've lost three uncles in the last like 10 months. So it's really been some trying times for the family and stuff. And I missed the last two homegoings because of work purposes. So I really wanted to be there for my mom, you know, to be there for support and stuff like that. And because I haven't seen a lot of my mom's side of the family in a long time. So I pulled up, you know, sat in the car for a while, drank a beer, and then got out, walked up to my last surviving uncle on my mom's side. Well, that I know of, my last surviving uncle. And, you know, I dapped him up and hugged him and stuff, and he didn't even recognize me, which is crazy because he's probably seen me more often than anybody else that was out there, except for my mom and my brothers. But dapped him up. He said, "Yeah, you know, I didn't even know who you were walking up." But, you know, kept pushing. Walked around, you know, making sure I acknowledge everyone, my aunts, cousins, you know, friends of the family and whatnot. Then I went around the back where they was having the ceremony, and there was more people back there already seated, waiting for the ceremony to start. So, you know, I went around, made sure I greeted them, gave them a hug and stuff like that. And, you know, it felt like a real positive environment. Like, they even had a couple of Navy personnel come out there. Well, my uncle, he was ex-military. They had a couple Navy people out there to do the flag ceremony and things like that. So it was supposed to start at 3, but it started a little bit after that. You know, black people, they always on colored people time. My uncle, like, I barely knew him. Like, we met a few times. I talked to him on the phone a couple of times. But with me not knowing as much as everybody else, it was nice to hear all of the wonderful and positive things people had to say about him. Once the ceremony started, you know, more people started flooding in, and you can slowly feel like tension building up in the air. Like, the tension, you could tell it was building because the bugs was bad out there, but the bugs wasn't flying around the people that had the tension. And then, you know, the whispers started and people started talking and everything, and, you know, being disrespectful to those who were standing up and, you know, sharing their stories about my uncle. Now, I didn't pay it any mind, but it was hard to ignore. Now, the things that people were saying about my uncle, like, he was always looking out for people. He made sure you had when you needed to survive, even if he didn't have it. And he was a person that spoke positivity into existence. Now, once everybody was done, the Navy did their ceremony. They unfolded the flag, folded the flag back up, and then they gave the flag to my aunt. You know, ceremony complete. Everyone, once the ceremony was done, you know, people was still going around greeting each other and sharing their stories. But you noticed like a few people that didn't want to be back there, so they just got up and went to the front yard. Once again, didn't think nothing of it. Then they was talking about getting the food set up and stuff, so, you know, I helped out setting the food up. And before, you know, everything got out and people started getting food and stuff, you could hear fussing and arguing in the front yard. Now, I'm not sure what they were fussing and arguing about, but just that reminded me, you know, why I don't go around my family as much as I used to. Because there's always some bullshit around the corner. And it's like, damn, you know, we are here to celebrate the homegoing of a loved one, a family member, my uncle. And we can't even come together long enough to do that. So although it was nice to see everyone. It will probably be a while before I go to another event, because it's like, why? I learned a long time ago that drama brings you down. So drama brings you down. And I'm able to smile and stay positive the way that I do by staying away from unnecessary BS. Now, like I said, I don't know what the trouble was, but it's like this couldn't have been handled before or after the ceremony. Like, we got to show our ass in front of family and friends and, you know, give something to people to gossip about and talk about and things like that. And, it was hot out there. I mean, of course, it was South Carolina in July. So, it was hot. Summertime in the Sunshine State. Summertime. Nah, I mean, I'm playing. We really the Palmetto State. But we should be known as the humid one. Like, it was supposed to be like 91 degrees out there. But, with the heat index at DEFCON 2 and with all the arguing and tension in the air, it felt like it was 38 hot times 3 out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was tanning in the AC. That actually should be South Carolina's motto. Tan in the AC and SC. Sounds like a winner. Because, I mean, it's hot. Like, when you in the shade and you see heat waves. Or it was either that or one of those creatures from Predator. That's what it looked like. Like, the waves was just waving in the shade. It looked like one of those little creatures. It's a creature. Like, it's hot when you see girls with their hair done and they got it unwrapped in the pool. Or like when your parents or like your grandma or something like that say it's too hot to turn on the stove. We using the sidewalk today. Like, it's hot. So it's like, why you want to show your ass out here when it's hot? Now, speaking of my grandma, there's been 2 people on my mind a lot lately. Oh, well, one is a person and one is not a person, but still, it's been on my mind. But one person is my grandma, whose birthday is in this area around the end of July. But she passed, it's coming up on 4 years. She died the day after Christmas in 2018. So yeah, it's coming up on 4 years. Man, time flies. But she's been on my mind lately because, this around her birthday, and we usually like get together, have a cookout at her house and, just see the family. Now, this is my grandma on my dad's side. Yeah, I'm done talking about the family on my mama's side. It's grandma on my dad's side. And I want to tell a story about my grandma because it just will put you in the mind frame of the type of person she was. But you know how, like, whenever you go to like church or a school function or even bingo night with your grandma, like when all the grandmas are there, they always trying to one up each other. Like whether it's wig season or hat season or toenail paint season. Well, I went to church with her one time. I was a young kid. I couldn't have been no more than 5, 6 years old. And I went to church with her during toenail paint season. Now, all the other grandmas, they was wearing heels. But my grandma, she claimed to have a hurt ankle and couldn't wear heels. So she wore sandals so she could show off her toenail paint. Like, she wouldn't say that's why she did it. But, I know. You was just trying to get people to look at your feet to see how cute they was. And I heard like some of the other grandmas whispering like, why she ain't just wear flats? And being a kid, I looked, I said, well, she got on sandals and they flat, and she flat footed. So how much more flat do you want her to be? But I didn't say that. I just thought that and kept it moving. Now, this particular day in church, um, there was this one grandma that did something that none of the other grandmas did, which she gave out candy to all the kids. Now, she didn't have any grandkids, but people still call her grandma because she was very elderly, senior sexy. So whenever they got past the collection plate portion of church, she started passing out candy to all the kids. And she was the only one doing it. So, all the other grandmas was just sitting there talking shit. And they was calling her names and things like that. Like this one lady, she leaned over, she said, "Look at old Phyllis over there, passing out that cougar corn again. Old ass shit." And then my grandma busted out, "I bet it smell old just like her stuff. Call it coochie corn." And then they sitting there laughing, cackling and shit. Now, I'm young. So I'm sitting there like, damn, I love her candy. Now you telling me it got cougar in it? I was like, what's coochie anyway? So I'm thinking all this, and she headed my way to give me some candy. She came up on me, and she tried to give me a little bag of candy corn, and I wouldn't take it. And she was like, "Why?" "You don't want my candy, little boy?" And I looked at her dead in her face and said, "'Cause I heard it got cougar in it." My grandma gonna pinch me and say, "Boy, if you don't take that damn candy." Now I'm sitting here like, so you want me to eat this shit after y'all done sat here and talked all that shit? And it's like, really? So, I took it. I ate it. I was hungry. But that was my grandma. That was my grandma. Trying to one-up you with the toenail paint. I always talking trash. And always, hitting you on the head and telling you to do something. But I love her. God rest her soul. And I love her. Now, another person or thing that's been on my mind lately is my first cat, which his name was Callie. Well, Callie for short. His whole name was Callie Cush. No explanation needed. You know why. But it was the first cat I ever owned, and it was I don't know if you saw on, I think it was TikTok or something like that. They was a bunch of people was going around doing this challenge where they would ride around with a box of kittens and throw them out the back window of their car. Don't know why anybody would do that. Don't know why that's a challenge. But anywho, Callie was one of those cats, and so somebody was trying to find a home for him and said, "Fuck it, why not?" Now at first I thought that Callie was a girl, because like cat penises are stuck up inside of them. But then as he got older, these little round things start swelling up behind his booty. At first I thought it was the coochie lips. I was like, man, something might be wrong with this cat. His coochie lips swelling up and shit. Then I realized it wasn't coochie lips, it was balls. So I was like, oh, this motherfucker's a dude. What up, dude? And so that's how I found out months later that Callie wasn't a girl. Callie was a guy. But anywho, I took care of him, made sure that he had the support that he needed to survive. Then I started taking him outside so he can get a lay of the land, put his scent everywhere. I started throwing his litter everywhere so the scent will be in the yard and things like that. And then once he finally got to the age where I felt comfortable enough to let him go, let him go out hunting or go booty searching, whatever cats do when they go out. I was like, okay. Well, there was this particular night, I let him out to go do what he do best, and he didn't come back. And, you know, one day went by, I was like, okay, cool. 2 days went by, cool. 3 days, I was like, all right, hold up. This motherfucker never misses a meal. So where the fuck is he? So I started searching, started looking. My girl, she made flyers and stuff for him, started passing them out, posting them up in places. But he never came back. And she likes to think that he went off to start a family, you know, go to college, become successful in this world and things like that. My logic is if that's the case, then he could at least, you know, feline FaceTimed us or sent us a postcard to let him know he good, send us a picture of his family, you know, something, a house where he stays, you know, sent us his address so we could come visit. He didn't do none of that. But she likes to think positive. She likes to think that's what happened to him. I like to take a more forward approach, you know, more uplifting approach. I like to think he's dead.
What?
I know what you're saying, like, how is that more forward and uplifting than going to college or whatnot? But if you turn on the TV and see all the bullshit that's going on right now, like, I would rather for him to be in heaven with Cat Jesus than to be out here struggling and shit, because it's hard out here for a pimp. Yeah, I think he's dead, which kind of sucks because now all I can do is just think about him and hope that he's in a better place or, you know, doing something positive. Or if another family found him, just hope that they're taking care of him the way that, you know, we took care of him. But yeah, with, you know, family being on my mind a lot lately, those two have really crossed my mind a lot in the last month or so. Now, while I was recording this particular episode, my niece was blowing my phone up because she wanted to hear me tell her happy birthday. And I had my phone on silent and I had it in the living room because, you know, I don't. One thing that I'm bad about is while I'm trying to record, I'll look at my phone and be doing other shit when I need to be focused on what I'm trying to accomplish here. So I put my phone on silent and I put it in the living room so it could charge and stuff like that. Hell, I was even cooking and forgot I was fucking cooking and almost burnt some shit up. So yeah, while I was recording this episode. So yeah, it was one of those things. So when I finally got to my phone and seen the message, I felt bad because I really did wanted her to hear me tell her happy birthday. So what I'm gonna do, this is for two of my nieces actually, because one actually celebrated her birthday like 3 weeks ago as well. So this is for both my nieces. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
What?
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to both my nieces. Ooh, woo, woo. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday, y'all. Let me see. Now that you're getting older, all I want to say is don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do anything. Because as long as you have the right support system and you work hard and you stick your mind to it and do it, you will learn the sky is the limit. So don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do anything. Always stay positive. Always keep pushing. Learn, you know, be respectful, and you will be able to go a long way in life. Happy birthday, and I love you guys. I feel like singing again. I'm just gonna sing whatever comes to mind. All right, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. F is for the way you fuss at each other. A is for the asshole you are to one another. M is Mary, Mary, extraordinary. I don't know why I keep coming around when I know what's going down. So I light a L and forget I'm in hell. Why? We can't be blessed, not stressed. We a mess.
Yes.
Oh, we can never come together
No.
and rise to a different level. So I pray for all of you and for the kids' sake. We strive to be better. Oh, family can't live with them and family. We can't live without them. Family can't live with them. Oh, family. We can't live without them. We are very, very blessed to be here, not buried. We can never come together, so I pray for you all and strive to get better, cause family can't live with them, and family can't live without them. Family. Oh my God. Family. Can't live with them, can't live without them. So, just like Sam Cooke said, change gonna come. So this was kind of a dark episode. So when we come back, Allie will be joining me to help lighten the mood a little bit with some funny headlines. See you in 30 seconds to an hour.
This episode is being sponsored by Pics for Kicks. Take a picture of your shoes and we'll come by and kick them for you. Wait, what the fuck? This can't be right. This episode is being sponsored by Pics for Kicks. Take a picture of your shoes, we'll come by, we'll kick them for you. Well, that's definitely what it says. I really don't see anything else on the paper. I don't know. Let's support them, guys. Pics for Kicks. Come on.
I like apricots and raisins.
That doesn't mean
Africans and Caucasians. What up, what up? This your boy Syxxteen King.
And this is Allie.
This is...
Why are you laughing like that?
Because of the way you said it. This is Allie.
I mean, come on. I've had to deal with that song for the longest.
And this is...
High Midnight.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Are you done?
We should just make up a song off the top of the dome.
You know I'm not good with that, right?
You good at yawning. I got a song
Making up
for
a
you.
song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michelle.
I will fuck you up.
Oh, how I love Michelle.
Like, literally, I will
My
fuck
hair
you
is
up.
nappy. Do you have some gel? She said, hell.
Well,
yes.
your hair's nappy all the time.
Oh, I guess it was meant to be. If it wasn't, I'd be wearing a weave.
You probably are.
Well,
We
if
both
you
know you're older,
remember
you know.
the first episode, I told you I grew my own hair.
Don't believe everything you hear on a podcast.
Shit, you should.
I don't think you should.
I ain't turtle doving no more.
But you were at one point.
Exactly. So you should believe it because I was.
Yeah? I don't think that's how that works.
Ask Michelle.
Shut up. Okay, do you want to start off with our first?
Today we're talking about funny headlines. Yawn, bitch!
Yeah, it seems like I have a bad yawning spell right now.
You better spell it out. Y-A-W-N.
Wow, you can actually spell. That's surprising.
I spell my fists across your face.
Oh, first headline. Syxxteen King learns to spell.
Nope. Florida man, not in Florida.
South Carolina man.
No, Florida man, not in Florida. That way I can stay anonymous. They won't know who I am, but they also know I'm not in Florida. Lord.
I don't know what it is. I
Pop,
gotta,
pop. That bitch just had twins. Ah.
more like, no.
I'm flying around on a unicorn. I'm having sex with myself called a unicorn.
Are you gonna continue to do this and not do the headlines?
Oh, I'm
What are
waiting.
we doing?
Oh, yeah. I guess I gotta
You
go
were supposed to go
right?
first, yeah.
I guess I gotta go first. Alright, so we gonna go, like, y'all already know. I already done told y'all this. Like, I like Googling shit. So, you know, while I'm Googling shit, I do come across some fucking crazy ass headlines. And I would like to share them with you today. We would like to share them.
I was about to say, what am I, chopped liver over here? You gonna share all the headlines and I'm just gonna be sitting here yawning? Well, maybe.
That's
It's
pretty much what
possible.
you doing right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get in my zone. So the first headline I came across that I found totally funny was Brazilian singer hospitalized after refusing to fart in front of her boyfriend.
Bitch, just let it out. I promise. You're gonna be okay. If y'all don't fart in front of each other, it's not a relationship. It's not a
But
relationship.
is it that serious though? Like,
It's not that serious. I don't see what people think it's. I mean, I guess when you first get together, it is kind of like,
I'm saying, you gotta go to the hospital because you don't want to let no air out.
like, just leave. Walk into another room. Damn,
Just
you
let
afraid it's gonna be loud?
Just let that bitch.
I mean, I get it. At first, you don't want to fart in front of a. Shut up. At first, you don't want to fart in front of your significant other. I
But
get
she's
that.
a singer. Like, you gotta deal with bullshit all day. Like, you mean to tell me you can't sit here and let one go?
I mean, I guess she thought it was really important not to.
What her boyfriend would like he worked for them news company or something? Like, he gonna tell everybody?
Maybe.
That's-
Okay. So, mine.
That's fucking crazy. I would've. Sorry, babe. I would've looked around like that wasn't me, but I'll accept that.
I think it was the cat.
I blamed on the fucking cat so fucking quick. Hell yeah, bitch! I told you about eating that damn gravy and meat in that damn can.
There's been many a time I walk in on Bunny farting.
I don't know who that is. She has not been introduced to High Midnight yet. So don't put her name on wax.
Oh, okay. Well, moving on. My first headline. Woman wins $10 million after accidentally pressing the wrong button.
That's not a funny headline. That's
Yeah, it is. Bitch won $10 million.
what's funny about that.
Okay, so I don't know. She won $10 million. I think that's funny. I mean, come on. You pressed the wrong button.
I think that's pretty damn good. Like, why she ain't pressed my phone number?
Okay, well, the rest of mine are funny then.
What about? That was not that funny.
I thought it was funny because she pressed the wrong damn button.
No, I mean it's a good story.
I mean, come on. You think you go to the ATM and you accidentally hit cancel and then boom.
But she did go to the ATM and hit cancel.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm saying, what cancel button on the ATM gonna give you $10 million?
I don't know.
If that's the case,
What button?
shit, let her roll out. There's a cash points down the road.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Another headline I got is nurse claims hospital secretly hypnotized her into farting uncontrollably.
What is up with you and farts?
Farts are funny.
Really?
Yeah, Break wind. Think about all the different names. Okay, think about all the names you could say.
Cutting
That
cheese.
isn't that funny?
A little bit.
Who cut the cheese? See, you laugh. Break wind.
Come on.
What if you had on windbreakers and you broke wind?
That would be weird, but appropriate.
What are some other ways people say farting?
I don't know.
Gas. Back blast area all clear. We used to say that in the military. Like, because your back blast area got to be clear before you shoot off a grenade launcher or some shit. So, you be like, back blast area clear. And then if somebody said that, you'd be like, oh, get the fuck from behind him because he about to blow one.
That is disturbing.
It works. I ain't get farted on.
I've been waiting on you to pass for the longest. And you're going to tell me you let it go out?
I mean, you keep yawning, so I don't think you need this shit.
Well, I'm getting tired of waiting. Okay, so my next funny headline. Bronx Zoo lets you name a cockroach after your lover on V-Day. Why didn't you look at me like that? I had to stutter through V-Day because you was just staring hard at me.
Cockroaches?
Yeah. They let you, name a cockroach on V-Day. But you get to name it after your lover.
And that's New York?
I think so. It says Bronx. It doesn't say anything else.
That is not a funny headline. That's kind of gross.
Isn't it? I thought it was funny, though. Because, come on, who wants to be named, for a roach? Or I guess, who wants a roach to be named for you?
I mean, it's kind of funny, though, because, I would name one of my exes, though. Not like somebody I'm dating.
That works.
Like, yeah, bitch, I named a roach after you. That's how much I don't give a fuck about you no more. You know what I'm saying? Why would you name your new girlfriend that? You think of her a roach much? As a roach? You think of her as a roach?
You think of her as a roach much? Is that what you were trying to say?
Something like that, along those lines. All of the above. Another headline I got. It's not dealing with farting. It says, British bakery owner rages after customer reports him for illegal U.S. sprinkles.
He used U.S. sprinkles in Britain and they was like, no!
I didn't know, sprinkles were illegal.
I didn't know U.S. sprinkles were illegal.
I don't know what U.S. sprinkles got in it.
We don't even sell U.S. sprinkles in the U.S., so where do we get U.S. sprinkles?
I wonder if U.S. sprinkles got sprinkles in it.
Probably not. Not if they're illegal in Britain.
Courtesy of Dwight.
Oh, God.
I don't want garbage. I want sprinkles.
Okay, so my last headline. The Dutch vow to egg Jeff Bezos' yacht if a bridge is dismantled to let his boat pass.
I see something that said white baby, black mom. So I was like, what the fuck are you reading right now?
It's an albino baby. It's just the headline. But it was fake. So why are you reading my fake shit? Go on somewhere.
I just looked over there and seen it, and I thought you was just making up some shit.
That was me making up some shit. No, the Dutch vow to egg Jeff Bezos' yacht if a bridge is dismantled to let his boat pass. They're like, alright, you fucking take our bridge down, and we're gonna fucking egg you the entire time you go through. The Dutch, man. They could have come up with so much more, but they were like, alright, we're gonna throw eggs at him. They could throw eggs. They could have all lined up with paintball guns. That would have done some damage. Well, I guess eggs do peel the paint if it's a hot day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why it's rude to egg somebody's car.
Oh, I don't egg people's cars. I egg houses.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not about to waste no eggs on no car. But on a house, yeah.
It does the same thing, you know that, right?
Nope.
It peels the paint.
Nope.
It does.
Well, it's siding, so it's side paint. Don't matter. And I would waste it on the house just because. I ain't gonna waste it on no car because car already depreciating the fuck out of once you drive off of the yard with it or the lot with it. So why would I sit here and throw eggs on it when it's already being depreciated? Now a house, it appreciates. So I'll throw eggs on that motherfucker. Cause it'll appreciate it. If that makes sense. Well, the last headline I have is this one's a football headline, and I thought it was just worded weird. You might not find it funny, but the wording is funny.
We all know how sports wording is.
It says Nick Bolton, comma, KC Chiefs hope return of Gay can aid defense that's been, in quotations, a little bleedy.
Let me read that. I'm so curious. Nick Bolton, KC Chiefs hope return of Gay can aid defense that's been a little bleedy. It's real. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, okay. My bad. My phone don't have a button, so I'm not used to my fingers slipping down and there being a button. That's weird. That's
the way that it was worded. It was like, what? Like you couldn't.
Yeah, you can't mistake that. That's too funny. What's return of Gay? What does that mean?
I think it's a football player. His last name is Gay.
And does it, when they say can be a little bleedy, do they mean it's spotty?
I guess their defense has been gashed, as in, yeah. So I guess they're saying that their defense was shitty. It was full of, it was exposed by, I guess, some good offenses. So they're basically saying hopefully the return of him will help the defense out, because right now the defense is...
You know they did that headline on purpose. You know they did.
Probably.
You can't just do a headline like that and not know what you're getting into. Come on. You're saying multiple editors looked past that and was like, no, I don't see nothing.
It's possible.
Not only editors, but you have your chief who comes in and like proofreads your shit just to be like, all right, I approve. You're saying that he was like, or she was like, oh yeah. Return of Gay. Let's do that. Leaves it a little bleedy. Let's do that.
I mean,
That's the one.
It's like with any other headline. Think about it. How many headlines have you seen that says Florida man this, Florida man that? Like, there could be a 8-car pileup on I-95 in Georgia.
Yeah.
And they would name everybody that was in that pileup unless they was from Florida. They would just say Florida man, comma, Jesse Jenkins, comma, and they'll say everybody's name except for the Florida man. It'll just say Florida man. And so then the editor got to sit there and look at all this shit and be like, yeah, okay, let's go. And it's like, how you gonna name everybody but the Florida man, the one responsible for the pileup?
The one responsible for the pileup. I mean, I don't know. I think it's one of those things that over time, people have come so accustomed to Florida man. Hell, my favorite podcast actually has a Florida man episode where they name all the bad things Florida men do. I mean, most of them involve murder, but you know.
I am so glad I'm not a Florida man.
Yeah, me too.
I've been there before. I enjoyed it.
It was nice. It was nice. It was nice. The botanical gardens are really nice out there. Although I can't remember the name of it, but I visited one and there was a pond. And it was a pond filled with alligators, but the sign was in the water and it was kind of covered up. So like you couldn't really see it. You could see like the top of the letters. The only reason I knew there was alligators in it was because the pond was called Alligator Pond. Like it showed it on the map.
That doesn't mean anything, though.
Well, there was a sign in the water that said alligator. I mean, you couldn't read it, but the pond is called Alligator Pond.
There's a road up there called Gamecock Way, but that doesn't mean there's a bunch of gamecocks on that motherfucker.
Moving on.
Is that all?
I have...
Oh. I mean, I have one more headline if you want to go through it.
We could do that.
It says, 90-year-old man marries bride, age 20.
What?
You heard me? It says, a 90-year-old man marries bride, aged 20.
But how do you... It ain't for love.
How could you know? You can't say that if you believe in soulmates.
I believe in soulmates. But... I don't know.
What do you...
I don't know.
I believe. You know what I say to that 90-year-old man? More power to you, motherfucker. Hey. You know what I say to that 20-year-old woman? When he die, get that money, girl.
There we go.
So it's a win-win. He gonna sit here the last few of his years of his life on cloud 9 with a fat ass in his face. And when he die, she gonna get his money. It's a win-win. Win.
When?
See? Me gusta. Wins.
I mean, when is the question? When he gonna die? When she gonna get the money?
It don't matter. I mean, look at science. It says he ain't got too much longer anyway if he's 90.
I mean, I guess you're right. But still.
And now a behind the scenes listen to the random, crazy things that are talked about before each episode. I like small ass titties. Like, like when you go to the gym and those gym bags, those little small perky ones that boom, 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 boom. Them kind of titties I like. Cause when I go doom, 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 doom on them titties, it just takes me to Congo times. You said you like titties too. You got it. I'm not saying I prefer kibbles and tits, like bee stings, but like a dunk, not like a dunk on 28s or nothing like that, like some adequate 18s, you know what I'm saying, with a little style to it, I can fuck with. They gotta be like overly, cause like that's just, too much dunk can flatten the tire on your Mack truck. Could you imagine Donkey Kong doing a porno? You can't. You can just say no. You don't have to ignore me.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Shit. Just ready.
You just been talking. And
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with that.
Just talking. We good. We ready. I can always go in and edit that shit out.
I hope you have to edit the last, 10 minutes.
Nah, that's gonna be like behind the scenes, like.
I hope not. Because it's just a bunch of gibberish.
A bunch of about titties and
Exactly.
ass. for free. Bucky Nuggets. You can see they public hands. Oh shit.